This is Out Loud and Laughing.
Just started.
You almost got me.
Yo, what's up,
Yo,
John?
yo, what up, Brian?
I am drinking my water out of my Out Loud and Laughing swag.
I'm jealous.
Although I've become a 50-year-old woman now, I buy the little packets that you put into your water to make them very fun flavored. So I actually drink all my water.
You using a brand?
So that's the funny part. It's Skittles flavors.
You are so predictable. So
Like-
many years later, and you're still on the Skittles kick.
Still on the Skittles kick, and then they had two different boxes: the classic red, and then the bright blue with fun flavors. Definitely.
No
get the fun flavors.
question, Brian. No question.
There's like, John, it's actually right up your alley too. I might send you a box. They have like mango lime. Like, it's very fancy flavors, very refined.
Okay, Brian. I taste the rainbow in other ways, but I appreciate your 50-year-old water.
You taste the rainbows in lust.
In lust. Oh my God, you're not wrong. Chemistry, compatibility, Skittle water, the whole thing.
Yes, today we are talking about lust. So there we go.
I am lusting over some powder for all of my hydration needs.
Yes, for those who might be listening to this episode for the first time, which shame on you, or listening to our podcast for the first time, I would say, John and I have been deep diving into the 7 deadly sins. And today we thought we would just deep dive into the world of lust. Which, by the way, John, I looked it up. I was like, what's the actual definition of lust? And it's simple. It's just a very strong sexual desire. That's it.
It can be, yeah. I mean, I think that this desire is so strong that it could almost feel like hunger sometimes. You could be hungry for sex. But yeah, just the strong desire. But today we're going to flip it on its head, I think. I want to find other things that you could be lustful for besides sex, because that's just obvious.
You be gluttonous for sex?
Well, I am a glutton for sex. I'm a glutton for lust. Can you like pin up deadly sins against each other? Like, can you be a glutton for lust? That just sounds like meta.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do I have envy for being gluttonous for lust? Like, that's just too much. That's like being bisexual. Like, it's just taken on too much, guys. Stop being so, like, selfish.
Choose one. Choose glutton, lust, or envy. You can
Choose one. Let's talk about lust, though, like, in the world of, like, a gay.
Okay.
Like, lust doesn't have to... I mean, lust can definitely be, like, full-on fucking in a bed, sure, right? But lust can also be, like, even as simple as, like, you walk into a bar or restaurant and you see, like, that bartender.
Yeah, from across the room. Or a bar.
Yeah, it's like that sudden, like, ooh, like, you get that little feeling, you're like, oh, that's fun. Like, that lust doesn't have to be, like, the actual action. I feel like lust can also be truly that feeling.
I think I could relate. I was at the grocery store the other day, and I actually forgot the whole reason why I was there, because there was a man picking out cucumbers, and I was just watching him picking out cucumbers, and I was very turned on by that.
John does what John does best. He stalks them.
No, I walked up to him. I said, "I can teach you how to make pickles."
Or let's go walk over to the carrot section
Yeah.
together too.
Wow, those cucumbers look rather large.
So you brought him home and he made a
Would you be
salad.
interested in looking into the baby carrots?
Oh God. Okay, so then when you talk about this, when you saw this guy at the grocery store, let's unpack this a little bit before he packs you. What was it about him besides him like probably licking a cucumber that was like, because like also in the gay world, well, I guess any world, but we're gay, so we'll talk about us. Like, they had like a perfect forearm vein, or he had a really beautiful salt and pepper beard. Like, what was it? Or was his wallet just really stacked with money?
Couldn't see his wallet. No, it was sort of like the sense of athleticism. His physique definitely played a part in it, and he was handsome. But I will say, though, to your point, and lust being at the center of everything, that our desire for what is the most attractive has changed over time, right? People used to be lustful over very voluptuous men and women during the Renaissance, which sort of just foretold like more wealth, right? So it's funny that now we're like, ooh, like health and longevity and living long looks good. And like, yeah, that's what I was lusting over as it pertained to him.
Listen, I agree. I think the value of lust has changed of like how people think about like I think Marilyn Monroe was like a size 8, which by today's standards is like not skinny, but she was beautiful and people loved her and that was beauty. But I think the one theme that never gets old when it comes to lust is the allure of a man in a
The
uniform.
allure of a man in a uniform. I mean, to some degree, Marilyn Monroe's white dress became a uniform. And to that point, I also wanted to say that both gay men and straight women like lust for similar things, I think. I mean, like the man in the uniform, like you just said, they had the whole YMCA movement, which the gays stole, as we do, all the good things. Um,
Well, we're better
well,
in uniforms. We like
well, no, we
costumes.
get them fitted.
Right. Exactly.
Excuse me, my firefighter jacket. It's a little long in the arm, and the inseam could use about a half-inch modification. Like, I'm now thinking about men in uniform.
If I go to prison, John, ever, and they give me an orange jumpsuit, I'm asking for a sewing machine because if I'm going to be in an orange jumpsuit, it's going to be fitted. A
I
hundred
feel like I'm
percent.
telling too much today, but recently I was in an orange jumpsuit for a traffic citation that I got, which thank God is behind us, and we have been released as a felon from the state. It was ridiculous, Brian. I will fill this screw in another time. But the first thing I was thinking about when they made me put on that horrifyingly scary, ridiculously ugly orange top and bottom matching set, I thought to myself, if I have to stay in here a long time, how am I going to make this cute? Now, I will tell you one thing that they don't tell you, that V cuts deep. I know.
Okay,
It
that's not a
wasn't. I
bad
was like, I
thing.
could work with this. I could work with this. Anyway, continue. So,
I would have to sneak in some Claire's accessories for you since you have like a V-neck jumpsuit, like you need like a nice long necklace. Like I got you, I got you. I'll sneak it
commissary,
in.
just send it in. I'll just string together kits. Yeah, I'll just
Commissary.
put kits together. Remember that cereal kits? The circle balls.
Honestly, John, I love you so much. I would get arrested so I can go in there and bring it to
Right.
you and just join
Brian,
you.
that sounds like so much fun. Although, I think the system wouldn't allow us to stay side by side. Our moms would have something to do with that. They're like, you don't want them together.
Don't different states, different
I
prisons. Don't do
have
it. But you
yeah.
know, it'd be fun. Well, it'd be fun being in the same prison together because then we could be the same person's bitch. That could be really fun.
What if our like Bubba was like the same Bubba? Like, what if the guy who owned us was the same? That'd be weird.
That's what I'm saying. And like he takes turns with you on like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and on like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and he gives our assholes a break on Sunday. Like that's
All I have to say,
respect.
Brian, is you better take your prep regularly.
I don't know if they give you that in prison, John.
Really? You can't get prep in prison?
I don't
That's
know. But this is like steering away from lust, although this is very much a different
Is it or
definition
is
of
it
lust.
not?
This is all
I
about
know. I was
kink,
gonna because well, that's exactly what
right?
actually you brought me right to the next point. I don't know if this is where you're going. Please tell me. But like lust gets a negative connotation, as do many of the seven deadly sins. But when
Right.
enjoyed healthily, can't lust be sexy?
I mean, lust is sexy.
Yeah, but think about somebody lusting after you who you don't find attractive. Like then it just becomes unsexy. Like there's a part of consent when it comes to like being lusted after from someone that you lust as well. Like matching lust, lust for lust, like mask for mask.
This is coming from someone who just said he lusted at someone who wasn't lusting back at him at the grocery store.
Brian, to our to you know Ben, who from It's Been a Week, said it very clearly on this pod that you don't have to worry about the ugly people, the pretty people. They know they're pretty. I know I'm pretty. So I was just lusting. I don't care if I get caught staring at somebody. I'm confident.
I don't disagree. I think I was actually taking notes on this while doing my research as one does on the internet because it's all facts
All
up there.
factual.
Is yeah, like there's the seven stages of lust. And so I want to unpack like a little bit around the seven stages of lust and like where things can go wrong and to your point, get the negative connotation.
Go.
Okay. So the first stage is the spotting.
Mm.
So the moment that your eyes land on your target,
Oh, I thought it
right?
was when you got like blood on your underwear.
Hold on, cut. Why is my internet
It's
doing
been
this?
doing bad the whole time, but I trust that it's going to be okay when.
It's fine.
Mine says that my internet is unstable too.
That's so weird. Okay, maybe it's the platform. Okay, it's still recording. Okay, and action. Okay, John, I want to unpack the seven stages of
You said
lust with
that.
you. I-
I'm waiting for you to unpack the seven.
okay, the first is the spotting. So the moment your eyes land on your target, like I'm going in on this
Okay.
person. Okay. That seems innocent because that's kind of like you're in your own right now. Like no one really can judge you at that point. You can judge yourself, but
So like the
that's the
initial
spot.
spark, right?
The initial spark, you have it. You don't know if this other
Okay.
person has it. Okay. Then there's the plan, plotting the approach. Now you're like overthinking it. You're like, what do I do? How do I talk to this person? Do I not talk to this person? I feel like a lot of people actually end here. They don't act on it.
Yeah. They text their friend. I text you. I take a
Yes.
picture of.
Or you send me a
I
picture
was
of
gonna
the
say I
running.
sit on my balcony and watch all the hot men lust after all the hot men running on the trail, and I send them to you. Their backs, their sides.
That that's the plan. Okay. And then the third is the approach. So the awkward opener. How do you approach? And I feel like this is probably now 15% after plan. Very little people actually do the approach. Like the amount of people that you see and you're like, ooh, cool, what would I do? And then you just keep walking.
Yeah. No. Are you an approacher?
Have you I feel like you're good as being an approacher.
I used to be when I drank, but now I'm just awkward in the corner.
And then people just approach you.
I'm lustful. Keep going.
Okay. Now it's
What
called the
number is that?
peak.
4?
For the
Okay.
peak, the actual moment of a like the sex.
Wow. It went from the plan to the sex, Brian. I think.
And
I
from the plan to the approach to the sex. So you plan it, you approach it, you have a key conversation, you bring the person
feel like
home. Remember, this is lust. This
okay.
isn't love.
Fair enough. Thank you for the reminder.
This is lust, not love. Lust is all around desire and just
Okay.
sex.
All right.
Okay, then it's the post lust fog. The moment you wake up to say, like, what was I thinking? Because you were so quick to your point to getting this, to doing this, that now you're like,
Did you
that walk
just
of
say
shame.
that when you wake up? Because usually that feeling occurs like right when I get off. I'm like, oh God, gotta go. Maybe that isn't when I
Maybe,
wake up.
maybe. And then it's the sprint.
Yeah, I can relate.
It is the walk of
Yeah.
shame.
GTFO.
And then the archive. Just log that experience and move on with your life and save it for the pod.
I am so glad that they distilled this down into 7 very easy to remember steps.
So when you're in your moment, have everyone have your flashcards, your seven stages of lust, and just see how many stages you get through in a night.
See if you can get through all 7 in one night. That's reach out to us once you accomplish that. That's hysterical. I mean, every grinder date I've ever had, I guess, is that. What are the 7 stages of like lust on Grinder? It's like tap, message, send photos, tap photos, plan. Oh, send location. We're
Send
at 6.
location.
Plan, lust, fuck.
Well, at some point, someone has to
Yeah,
show
plan,
up.
fuck. The last one is fuck. Lust. That's the end. There's no walking away. There's nothing else. It's a Grinder date. There doesn't have those extra steps of shame and stuff. You already had that at the beginning. You opened the app.
I mean, they should just call
They
the
should
app
just call it
lust.
lust. Honestly, maybe it's
I mean, I met my husband on Grinder, so it's more than lust, I guess. But the seven, the seven parts at the beginning was all
the
lust.
guy that I'm talking to right now started off lustfully, and we're talking a little bit more seriously now. And I met him on Grinder, so there you go.
See, lust can turn into love.
But I want to explode lust a little bit outside of its box, if that's okay.
I love explosions on my face and outside the box.
I love
Let's do it.
explosions. I love boxes. Maybe that didn't work. Okay. Um, but like people can lust after like their favorite types of food. They could lust after luxury. Like if you think about the way they sell cars and bags, sometimes it's like sexy and it's shiny. And um even like an Apple iPhone or a Google Pixel phone, when they show those, it looks like they're like panning across like a nude person's body. Like it's like unbelievably sexy, lusting after having some of these products. I think that they've understood how we work through some of these things emotionally, and they've now used them against us to sell us shit we don't need. I'm mad at it. Beauty brands, they do it too.
Do we think that's lust?
Yeah, I mean, like the maybe not the way that you look at it, but the way that they're trying to show it to you is, I
Oh
think,
yeah. Well, it's true. Sex
sex
sells,
sells, right? And if sex is lust, then lust
right?
sells.
Well, duh. Yeah, it's true. So, but I think to your point, like you bring up a good point. Like that also goes back to whole the spotting, that moment your eyes land on your target and what that feeling it gives you, right? And so, lust can be that cologne model in the magazine ad, or that that model running down, walking down the runway. That actor that's shirtless in that scene. Like all of that still boils down to innate some sort of sexual desire in you, which gets you to react. And to your point, it's either reacting to like buy something or sleep with something or
Like
both.
that. Except the buy something journey, if you put it on a credit card, lasts a little longer than the sleep with something journey. Because while you go on the sleep with someone journey, it's about a 30-minute enjoyment process. You have to wait 30 days for your credit card statement before that walk of shame really hits.
Lust turns to
Lust,
greed.
lust
Mm-hmm.
turns to greed.
Ugh.
Um, well, I know, well, here, does does lust fade away or does lust persist? For
Lust
sure,
fades away.
right?
Yeah, it has to fade away because that's the whole point. It's a desire, it's quick, it's you jump on it, and then after that, lust can evolve into something, but I think lust does fade away.
Lust, then, you are surmising as something that sparks attraction and doesn't always mean
Mm-hmm.
long-term alignment. I think that there's also like a biological piece here that's going on. I don't think we talk
Okay.
about this enough, like that our bodies actually produce neurochemicals, they produce feelings. It's why they're called feelings, because you could feel them. But like in lust, it's proven that hormones, it's tied to hormones like dopamine, um, uh, for men testosterone, for women estrogen. So like while we're like in our brains being like, man, that's so sexy, or this is what I would do, or whatever stories and experiences you concoct in your head, our bodies are actually releasing chemicals into our bodies to go forth and conquer that. It's our fear that holds us back. So the next time you lust after someone, tell yourself to shut up and go get it.
And you know what's made lust even worse to that point is that it's always
Oh yeah,
around.
especially in the
The gays invented the thirst trap, and so now it's no longer just finding sexy people out in the world. Now you literally just scroll Instagram and it is shirt after shirt after shirt on the floor, and you would just have men, and they're doing it on purpose. Everyone wants that click, that like, and that's a digital lust, right? Because then you're like, oh, hot emoji, and that's what they want, right? So they're trying to get
for all
that.
those fire emojis for sure. Hey, if the University of Florida invented Gatorade, then the gays invented the thirst trap. So who's really thirsting? Who's really quenching thirst out here? I just had to ask.
I mean, the term is gay
We put the
terade
gay in thirst quenching. You're welcome.
and
Yeah,
electrolytes.
because health is constant, and so is hydration. Um,
I lust over
you
health.
lust over a what? Oh, I
Health.
lust for health too. I thought you said you lust for hell, and I'm like, Brian, you're not part of the Republican Party.
Oh, I thought we were going to hell. We can unpack
That's
that
another
later.
episode. See you in hell if you keep lusting. Lusting and thrusting, baby. That's gonna be my new bumper sticker. Lusting and thrusting.
lusting and thrusting with my Skittles water.
Yeah. You go quench that way. I'm gonna go quench with my lust.
I'll lust you later.
I'll lust you later.
This was Out Loud and Laughing.
We're available everywhere you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple, YouTube, iHeart, or wherever.